Hi guys, welcome back to more Age of Calamity.
What's up, dudes?
It seems I've grown
Anyways,
stronger.
Chat, can you tickle my balls for me?
back to my rant.
Yeah.
Um,
Chat didn't say
so
no.
I like the Frox. I like the Gleox. I think those are cool. I think they were good additions. And like, I I I think they were the better ones, but the Frox mainly because I have nostalgia,
Yeah.
and the Gleox just because they were the dude. There was like no flying enemies in fucking Breath of the Wild.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I was about to say something
I'm
atrocious.
stronger than before.
What?
No, I actually won't. It'll hurt you, and I don't want that.
Why? Just say it. Might as well.
I was about to flame you for that voice crack.
Oh.
Like I felt that shit reverberate through me. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think the Gleox are kind of just like they're like a token thing. They're cool, but that's also because they're like the only flying boss.
Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I think they look lame.
Oh, that's fair.
Like their body is fine. The heads are something else. Like
Yeah.
it's like what's that? What's that? Wiglet, I think it is.
That's crazy.
That's what it feels like because it doesn't look like a Hydra Dragon. Like how to train your fucking how to train your dragon did that shit better. Like how are you gonna let them do dragons better than you, Nintendo? Like well,
Yeah.
They made like hundreds of those motherfuckers. You didn't even make one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, their designs aren't doing it for me. I like the Gleox, but that's just because I like them. Or not the Gleox, the Frox, but that's just because I like the weird look of them.
Yeah.
They should. I feel like they should look weird because they're in the underground, you know.
Yeah. So for those like wondering our stance on like the game, we don't think that Tears of the Kingdom is like a really bad game. We just think that it is a worse game than Breath of the Wild.
Comparatively, it is like more lazy, basically.
Yeah, that is our main point. We don't mean to like we still enjoyed the game.
If you like the game, you like the game. That's that.
Yeah, we're not knocking on anyone who likes the game. We are just saying that, in our opinion, we enjoyed the game much. We enjoyed Breath of the Wild much more compared to Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, and this doesn't come out of a hatred for Zelda. We
both love Zelda.
Yeah, we both have a passion for the game franchise.
We just want to express like our kind of disappointment.
Yeah, as like pretty long-term fans. You know?
Yeah, considering like what Tears of the Kingdom, not what it was supposed to be, but what we wanted from it.
Yeah, we wanted basically the best game of our lives.
Which like people may say that like that's on you, but
Breath of the Wild was pretty close.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was an amazing game. And I feel like they added a lot of space in Tears of the Kingdom with nothing to fill it. Like, they didn't add much outside of new mechanics. Which,
yeah.
Like, you know what I would have preferred? If they kept, like, the same runes. And, like, you know how in Tears of the Kingdom you start with, like, max everything and then, you know, you lose it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if they did something like that, but they had the Breath of the Wild ability still, it would have been comparatively a much easier thing for them to do and a more fun and familiar experience. Because the abilities they introduced, while being cool to some people, I feel like it was too far. Like, Breath of the Wild was an experiment. Was like made to be an experiment to see how well that this thing would do in the
Just
Zelda.
kinda said it.
Yeah, how well the concept would do. And then they found out it worked, and they
And shifted
did
everything.
more. But I think that they varied too far from the source of Zelda. Like the construction, all that. I feel like if they kept like more traditional, not traditional, but like if they didn't go so far away from the norm, I feel like it would have been better.
I agree.
That's not to say like kudos to them for like trying, but if you were going to experiment with that, you may as well have also given people more to work with, you know?
Yeah. My biggest thing is just like I don't hate everything they added. Like I don't hate everything they did.
And I just don't think they added enough.
Yeah. My thing is like I love enemies. And usually I'm not even one to nitpick on the enemies that usually are added, and there's a few that suck, but there's like really good ones.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a single added enemy in TOTK that I was just like, God, I think it's better than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Like all of the stuff that I liked about TOTK was in Breath of the Wild.
Exactly. And I'm like, every enemy I liked was only because of his design, not because inherently it's a good enemy.
Yeah.
Like, example, I like the Horriblins, but when did you ever struggle with them?
I didn't. I shot him down and then hit him a few times and then they died.
So my thing is, if other enemies can have shields and stuff, why didn't the Horriblins of all of them that crawls on the ceiling and is most susceptible to arrows not have a shield?
Yeah. I also feel
And
that like ragdolling was much more prevalent in TOTK than in Breath of the Wild.
absolutely. With the boss bokoblins, there's no reason they should have ragdoll like that, bro.
I agree.
And it makes me so mad.
Should I main Link for this game until I get the best character?
Yes.
All right. I feel like I should level Impa though, because I
Hmm.
think I'll be using her.
Okay.
I think I'll just have an entire team of baddies.
Agreed.
All right. Anyway, like, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, I like the Horriblins, but I think it's stupid that they literally they use one hand to use their weapon, but as like a long stick,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
can't
So
hold
so
the shield.
so let's do an experiment right here.
Mhm.
You count the amount of like unique enemies, like enemy types that they had in Tears of the Kingdom that were introduced in Tears of the Kingdom, and I will do the same with Breath of the Wild. Or well,
Okay.
which one are you more familiar with? Because I'm not too familiar with Breath of the Wild because it was a while ago.
I know all of the ones that are in Breath of the Wild.
All right,
like
so
Bucket,
let's switch around. I'll do TOTK, you do Breath of the Wild.
You want me to just like list them out in out?
No,
out
no, no.
loud?
So you you collect the list in your head, and then we'll say the number aloud.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna
Not counting. Okay, do we count stall and do we count elemental?
you count like of each variant, like like an electric bokoblin or well they don't have
Yeah.
just
Do we
electric.
count? Do we count like variants or do we not?
Just count like elemental and stall as like one collective, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like stall enemies and elemental enemies.
Okay.
All right. And I'm gonna run mine by you because I don't want to like get the number wrong.
Yeah.
So there are the constructs, the construct commanders, horriblins. There are the mummies.
Yeah.
The like the little like dragon guys.
Oh, are we counting bosses too? Like
No, just
bosses?
enemies.
Okay.
We'll do bosses in a bit. So the little goblin carrier guys. What else? Oh wait, I'll just look it up. Once well, just look up.
I'm doing it
Yeah.
for mine.
I was trying to, but I can't. Apparently, my ADHD prevents me from playing the game and also counting. Believe
That's
it.
fair. Is that no, there's those. Is that all of them? Those are the main ones I can remember. Is that all of them? There's no way that's all of them. That might actually be all of them. That's a little disappointing. Oh. Alright, because there's Bokoblins, Moblins, Lizalfos, Choo-Choos, Wizzrobes, Keys, Lionels, Octoroks, and Guardians. Is there anything else? Oh, Yiga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it? I think that's it, right?
You got Lionels, right?
Yeah, I got Lionels.
All right.
I think that's it. And that 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, no. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. That's including the variants.
Of each, or just like?
Just the variants, like as in collected as one.
Okay. And now can you like see the total amount of things added or enemies added in Tears of the Kingdom?
All right, all new enemies, TOTK.
Because I'm
And
telling you,
I'll count them. I'll count them all together the same way I did as Breath of the Wild.
all right.
All right, not armored enemies. All right, so those existed. All right, I'll create a second list. Boss Bocos.
This looks quite
2.
satisfying.
Zonite Constructs 2. Do we count the constructs like the guardians and the captains as separate, or do we count them as
Guardians
the
and captains are separate, yeah.
same? Okay.
But like not the tiers of them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, I love loading.
Yeah.
Loading screens are so much fun.
Oh, I forgot Pedlets for. That's funny. For the original.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, they were there. They existed. Not that I remembered.
It's time.
Do we count Gloomspawn as an enemy or technically part of the mini boss?
I think it's part of the mini boss.
Gotcha.
That's, you know.
Yeah. Alright, is that it? Oh, yeah, I think that's... Is that it? Really? Oh, yeah, there was not a lot added.
So
I'm forgetting one. There's the likes.
oh yeah, they're an enemy, huh?
Yeah, they're an enemy.
It's time.
Two. Okay, so
Freeze.
Breath of the Wild has 2, 4, 6, 8, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. TOTK has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12,
Where are they at this one?
14, 16.
Now, when you were playing the game, how many of the new ones did you fight?
Let me see. So, I
Better question, or like better phrasing. Did
yeah, I
you
was gonna say I fought all
did
of them,
you fight
except for Evermean.
did you fight more of the Breath of the Wild enemies or more
Breath
of
of the
Okay.
Always Breath of the Wild. Always. And technically, if we were to merge these, Bokoblins are a variant. Horriblins are a variant. Little Frogs are a variant.
There are little frogs?
Yeah, there's Little Frogs.
Oh yeah, huh, I forgot about those guys completely.
Yeah. But they're a variant. Bokoblins are a variant. Horriblins are a variant. So like 3 of the ones are variants of existing enemies.
Yeah.
So,
But like what I'm saying is they added that many enemies and it still felt so empty.
So let me just tell you this. 1, 2, 3. About 3 of these enemies can be one shot.
It's time.
Little Frogs can be one shot. Aracudas are one shot, and Evermeans are one shot.
Arrow, what?
Evermeans, the trees.
Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot those were enemies.
Yep. All of those are one-shottable enemies, by the way. They'll never have more than 1 health.
Really?
Yes. There are no variants for Aracudas, Little Frogs, and Evermeans have 1 variant. The underground one.
Mm.
And the funniest part is, like, I love Horriblins, but they kind of suck as enemies. Like, they're almost never a threat. I don't think... Actually, no, I don't think they ever are a threat in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they should be, because they're literally, like, they have the biggest advantage of, like, any enemy that has ever been. Of being on the ceiling, in which Link can literally not get to unless he has, like, a spear or an arrow.
Here it goes.
Yeah. And surprisingly, one of those is his only weakness.
Yeah. What's even funnier is Aracuda has even more of an advantage, and it has 1 HP. Always.
Like that, I
It
feel.
can be taken down the exact same way any keys could.
I feel like keys are just a more interesting thing because at least they have like the whole herd thing at night, you know.
Yeah, and Aracudas can drop bombs in enemies, but have you seen them do that often in Tears of the Kingdom?
No, like I said, those enemies that you mentioned, I rarely ever like saw or
Encountered.
fought them.
Yeah, and when you did, they were very boring.
Yeah.
And you usually got them out of the way within like 2 seconds. And what's even worse is that me personally, I loved the Gibdos design-wise.
I thought
Playstyle-wise.
it was a very interesting take on Gibdos. Really liked it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I fought them and they were just normal guys.
What's even worse is that like the thing is that they could be interesting, but the thing is they're weak to elemental stuff, which wouldn't be a problem if they weren't so slow that you will never get hit by a normal one.
I'll be so honest with you. Like, I just used elemental stuff all the time anyway.
Yeah, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But like the thing is that they never get a hit. The fast crawling ones do, but like they never actually get a hit on you, like ever.
Yeah. Which
And, like,
is
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
I think if they mixed them with the Redeads, it would have been cool though.
that would be pretty cool.
But no, we couldn't have fucking Redeads. But we can have every other enemy return. But whatever. I'm not salty.
Chatty salty.
A little bit. I think the likes were cool, I guess, for like a returning enemy. They weren't like too bad. I think they were a little too slow. You know, like they weren't the original likes were dangerous because they got your ass, you know?
I completely
But, like-
forgot that they were guys.
Yeah, but the original likes, you know, they were the dudes to like occasionally if you like weren't paying attention would steal your shield, you know?
So I feel like likes in Tears of the Kingdom are just more of a hindrance than an actual like threat.
They're more like a boulder trap than they are an actual enemy.
Yeah. And like if you
Because-
see one, you just kill it pretty easily.
Well, when have you ever gotten grabbed by one? Like legitimately.
Mm.
And the funniest part is they have the same gimmick as the original likes, but you have to be holding out your shield.
Yeah. Which I think is
Which-
like instant.
Stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
They should be able to take something randomly. I don't think it should be limited to you specifically doing a motion.
No, they can take like your weapons and stuff, right?
No, not unless you like actively have them out. If you hold them in, like if you just like not like swinging or anything, they can't take them.
Really?
No, I've never had that happen.
Huh.
I had to
Well,
be like actively blocking for bro to take my shield.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, it was just confusing. Like I don't know. But like in general, I think the enemies like were just like yes, there's more enemies, but like did any of them leave even half as much of an impact on you as the originals?
Nah.
I'm like the only one I'd say that made an impact on you was like the boss goblins, but not because they were strong, because you killed them in like 2 seconds with bombs.
Well, I didn't kill him in like 2 seconds. It took them a while to die.
I know,
But like they couldn't do anything.
they couldn't get up. You literally paralyzed one.
Yeah.
You set him on fire, blew him up, and then fucking set him back on fire.
It turns out
Like,
if something is unconscious while standing in fire, it tends to die pretty fast. Believe it or not.
Yeah. So there was literally nothing it could do.
Yeah. Which I think is objectively funny.
It really is. But can you remember any of them giving you any trouble though?
Any of the enemies?
Any of the new enemies?
So I remember there was this one time where I like fought against boss bokoblins, and I just sort of kept doing that. Well, like I fought a boss bokoblin, but instead of like immediately targeting the boss from afar, I like went after all its little guys first, and he like hit me once and I died, which is another thing I hate about Tears of the Kingdom. You can
It happens
have the best armor. You can have everything. You get tickled by like you do no damage and you take all the damage.
I swear they do like golden variant damage. I swear they do. Like I swear there's no joke. Like I feel like you're just always on master mode,
Yeah.
which is bullshit. I think it's so bullshit.